So the streets are saying that the feds may have documentation on Lori Harvey being an industry escort because they found questionable video footage and photos of Diddy and Lori in Diddy's tapes. Y'all think Lori's going to get a Sabina? Cause I bet you some sort of footage exists. And Diddy's ex Gina confirmed seeing them. He had shown me a picture of me and him that the first pic that we ever took. And I was like, you should save that as your screensaver. So he was like, I don't know how. So I was trying to show him and I saved the picture to his photo album on his phone, and then I clicked on the photo album to set it as a screensaver. And I saw a picture of him and Lori the same exact pose. What do you mean? I mean the same exact pose that he took with me, okay? And he did the same with Lori. Were they clothed or not? No, they weren't clothed. No, Lori Harvey. I mean, we should probably take a lot of what Diddy's exes said more seriously. But like I said, Lori Harvey is back in rotation because she is one of the people who dated the Diddler. But this is not even the main reason why people are talking about her. The question is, did Steve Harvey and Marjorie know about what was happening with Diddy when they were happily taking double-date vacations with a man who was 20 years older than their daughter? Cause the streets are saying that Steve and Marjorie pimped out Lori to Diddy, and this may be one of the reasons why Katt Williams was exposing him when he was exposing Diddy 4 times just to protect my integrity and that virgin hole I was telling you about, right? Cause P. Diddy be wanting the party and you got to tell him no, you got to tell him no. I did see, I got the receipts for everything I'm telling you. That's why I can say them. So Freya, I need no, you hear, get you know. Thank you, sir, thank you, come on. Cause early on you was accusing me of being where Steve and Marjorie also offered $50 million for Lori. And why did Steve quietly delete a tweet where he said, my brother Diddy is doing a world of good for these kids? Suspicious much. But how about we get into this entire Lori situation, girl? We all know that Miss Lori Harvey has dated quite a number of men in Hollywood, from Damson Idis to Michael B. Jordan. Before Michael B. Jordan, Lori was romantically linked to Abuthi, the brother of after they were spotted getting close in a Miami nightclub in October 2020, and this was just weeks before she was linked to Michael B. Jordan. Towards the end of 2019, Lori was dating Future, and that was after she dated Justin Combs in 2018. Lori also dated Trey Songz, and very shortly after her split with Trey Songz, Lori was reportedly spotted making out with F1 champion Lewis Hamilton at a party over Super Bowl weekend. She was also engaged to Dutch football player Memphis Depay at some point, and there were other relationships that never became public. What celebrities have you smashed? I'm probably going to get this. But Lori Harvey, oh Glory Harvey, it wasn't like a smash though. I was really, I was really with her. She was really with me. She would Uber to my place on the beach. And come out with me and stay with me some nights. Was it good? Phenomenal. Never mind you. And this is before she got thin. I was with thick Lori, but the relationship that had people thinking Lori had really lost her damn mind was the one with Diddy. For those who recall, they were rumored to be together after they were pictured together numerous times in Italy, Mexico, New York City, and Atlanta during their romance. First of all, it was very weird that Lori dated father and son, even though she denied dating both Diddy and Justin. Now, so many things get written about you in the press, but I've always wanted to know what is the biggest misconception about who Lori Harvey is. It's so funny because I'm so quiet. There's been so many stories that have been made up about me. I've seen stories about me being full in love with somebody, and we'd have this whole relationship, and I'll see the guy and I'm I've actually never even met him before. Full-blown stories I've heard. I've dated a father and son before. Not true, absolutely not true. And I've even heard that I'm a lesbian at one point. So there's been a lot of different things, a lot of stories, a lot of misconceptions. Does it entertain you? Oh, I think they're hilarious. I love the stories. They're very entertaining. I will give them that, very entertaining, but I just let it roll off my shoulders. Secondly, something else is that to a lot of people, it just didn't make sense how Steve and Marjorie were okay with that relationship considering their age difference and Diddy's history. Diddy even took Steve and Marjorie on vacation with Lori, and they were all loved up right in front of him. Well, allegedly the only reason why Steve and Marjorie were okay with the relationship was because they were allegedly pimping Lori out, and Katt Williams was allegedly trying to subtly tell us Steve Marjorie could not be trusted. The thing is, when Katt Williams was exposing people at the beginning of the year, he basically said that Steve Harvey sold his soul and is in the Hollywood hookup and party cults that are hosted by people like Diddy, and other than saying that Diddy wanted to hook up with him, he also said that he was canceled for exposing another person who was also willing to pay to hook up with him. They canceled me for talking about Harvey Weinstein before the thing came out, but he offered to suck my in front of all my people at my agency. What am I supposed to do? He did all of that. I'm thinking the only black person on the script I get there is 3 other black guys on there. Woo-huh, so you wonder what they need to get. I told him no, what y'all do. Katt also said that because he refused to let these people take advantage of him, every time he walks in the room heads go down, and while to other people the heads go down because they see him as a regular old comedian that's bitter and jealous to his face. He's the king that walks in, one that they have to respect because he's not taken the shortcuts and he's not been funded. Katt even said that they pay people like him not to talk about things they don't want you to talk about. Well, he may have refused to play ball, but you know who didn't? Yep, Steve Harvey. People are now saying that with everything that has been exposed about Diddy, it now makes sense why Steve has always been so obsessed with Lori. Okay, who's your favorite person? Oh, without a doubt, 100%. I mean, sources even reported that there were internal family feuds because of Steve's obsession with all, and that some jealousy was lingering amongst Steve's biological kids, and Lori has been taking the spotlight with everything. One source was like, Steve's got 4 biological kids with 2 previous wives and 3 step-kids with Marjorie. They're driving him crazy. He did the right thing adopting Marjorie's kids and loves them like his own. But there's a lot of dissension among the blended Harvey clan. According to the source, Steve's way of handling the feuds has always been to throw money at them, buy them gifts, or just go into another room to chom on a cigar. Plus, Steve himself said that Lori believes he's the special one out of all his children, and it's because he treats her better than everyone else. Told Lori I was going to cut her off, and she just went daddy stop. That was all she said was don't play, cause Lori really thinks she's the special one, and she really does. Lori, I told Elle I was going to cut her off cause she's making a lot of money right now, and I was going to cut her off, and she just started laughing. And then she said, well, and you're not going to speak to me anymore. I said, yeah, I still talk to you, she said, but not if you cut me off. So can't cut her off. So y'all know that there have also been some pretty wild allegations about Steve's obsession with Lori, with some people saying that they get the feeling that Steve dotes on Lori more than his own daughters because she's prettier than they are. And an even wilder accusation has been that Steve could be attracted to Lori. Then there's this one where people have said that Steve is obsessed with Lori because she is the only one he can pimp out. Well, people are recently convinced that Steve's obsession with Lori was not about Lori being the favorite child. It was about how Steve and Marjorie have allegedly been setting Lori up with men like Diddy with the hopes of making the Harvey name wealthier. And you know what? Steve has been trying to flip the narrative, like when he did an interview with US Weekly amidst all the Diddy allegations. Steve was talking about how he teaches his sons to respect women and how he insists on betting his daughter's suitors. He actually told the publication that if a potential partner doesn't meet his standards, he makes it clear and they are swiftly shown the door. He was like, if I spot a bad one, I get rid of them. I make no bones about it, so they're very careful when they bring them. You can think a person is wonderful, but everybody's wonderful. In the beginning, everybody, you always meet the mask. The mask can last for about 90 days, and then after a while the mask starts unraveling. And I just try to wait on that period. Sometimes they make it, sometimes they don't. He also said that if it's not the mask that he's worried about, he focuses on the vibe he gets from the men, adding, but if you come in the house and I know right off the top that you're just not a good guy, I start the reading process right away. I don't say nothing to my daughter. I just behind the scenes, I start working toward getting rid of this guy. The person you choose to spend your life with is probably the most important decision you'll ever